Hello guys, and welcome to my Land Rover Range Rover channel. Eventually it's going to be Jaguar as well, because Jaguar engine in this Range Rover. But with that being said guys, my Range Rover is making some strange sounds, so let me go on a test drive, show you the sounds that it's making. Then I'm going to remove my wheel, show you what's actually going on. Then I'm going to fix everything and show you exactly how to do it, disassembly and reassembly. And at the end we're going to go on the test drive, which we are doing right now. We just got done. So the sound is gone, everything's good. You're gonna be much better off watching my video if you're having some kind of weird noises, guys, because I'm pretty thorough and I check everything out and I share, guys, everything that I learned with y'all. So anyways, I'll also explain all the tools that you're gonna need. Don't be afraid, but you do want to make sure you watch this video before you get ready to do it, so that you will have the proper tools once you get ready to do it. But anyways guys, on a scale from 1 to 10, my son rates at a 5, for the 1 being the easiest and the 10 is being the hardest. So I think with a 5, you know, you're pretty good. It's not gonna be for some like brand new person that's doing it, but if you try hard enough, you could do it with the right tools. Just be patient, take your time, and you could do it. Enjoy the video, guys. Today my Range Rover started making some noises. I wanna let you hear what kind of noises. See, as I'm steering to the right, it's making that noise. See? It almost sounds like my brakes are bad, but that's only when I'm steering to the right. So let's see. Probably just gonna drive in this parking lot. That way I could just determine. So let's see. Turning to the right. Turning to the left, so that's left. Seems like it's a lot worse on the right side. So let's see, turning to the left. So apparently I mean, both sides are making noise. Sounds a lot like worn out brakes. You know, I'm kind of like wondering, like, why is it making noise though while churning? I mean, that whole system's technically attached, so I don't know, doesn't make much sense to me, because it could also be steering rack. But same thing, I had like bearing noise when I first got it, then it sort of disappeared. But anyways, I'll look into it and we'll see exactly what it is. But let me know in the comments below what you think it is. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Anyways guys, I was showing you that the Range Rover was making a noise as I was making a left and the right turn. Turns out I've looked underneath the Range Rover, and you could clearly see the wearing inside of the rotor. So this was easily spottable by just looking underneath. So look what it did to the actual brake pad. So I thought the brake pads was like weren't so bad, there was like metal on metal, but no, this is the rear portion of the brake pad with the groove sticking up. So I was thinking, okay, why did it do that is a question. On top of that, look at this. I have not disassembled like nothing else, but this is wobbling. So obviously this is a failed bearing. Luckily I do have a bearing, so I'm gonna have to pop one in. I don't have any rotors, so I just placed an order on rotors, because as I'm churning, yeah, like this would make noise, like it was causing all kinds of rubbing issues. But anyways, to remove it, you gotta go from here and just remove that big nut right there. I don't see any pin. I think there should be technically a pin, but that ring right there around that might serve as a pin. So I'll have to stick a chisel in there and chisel that down. As you can see, that little bent area. So that's how you do this one. So this is next day. My rotors have come in for both of the front ones. So currently working on this side. To remove the brake bracket, you're gonna need a 12-point star, and this is a size 21. That's what you gotta remove right there. So basically, guys, I went up to Home Depot and I had to buy a couple of these Husky sockets, the 20mm. I only needed one, but since none of my sets literally have a 20, those that do, like for instance, like this is an Icon 20, like look, this is not a 20-point star, and these are right here. And this wrench here, I got it just in case. I didn't have a 20mm wrench. I thought I had all the tools. This wrench alone was 20 bucks. And these things are like $6 a piece. So yeah, keep that in mind. Also, I had this for a very long time. This is a size 36mm. And that's for the center bolt over here. Boom. Now for the lug nut socket. This is a size 7/8. This is the stuff that basically protects your rims right here. So the bolts that was located over here, they're 13mm, and this is how they look like. Right, guys, hopefully you could see this. If not, let me know so we could do better job next time. By the way, that is just gunk that I took out. What I have done is I've removed the bearing, guys. You've seen what I was doing. I removed it. This is a CV axle. That's just, you know, it attaches the bearing. Right now, obviously it's shaking because there's just nothing holding it because you have to install it. But anyways, without no further ado, let's go ahead and actually start installing this. So we'll need to slide that on. It's not as easy as it looks. We have to, yeah, like hold that in place to keep it from moving. Roll inside of the space.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit.
I think you should be able to fit. Okay. So it's only one way that it goes in. Okay, that is good. That's what we want. You don't ever want to force anything. So Kevin, you could already leave this place. You don't have to be here anymore. Thank you. So what you want to do now is just get everything hand tight. Just get the bolts in there. Start putting them hand tight. The good thing is all of the bolts are the same. While you're in here, you want to check for things like ripped seals. These are not ripped, they're not leaking yet, but they look, you know, fairly old. I'm not going to necessarily do that job right now. All I care to do at this point is just get this fixed and go to work. As a matter of fact, guys, today's Friday. I do lift.
It's actually Saturday.
No, it's Friday. Literally Friday. Kevin, find me a wrench that's a 15. See if you could get me the ratcheting style. Should be hanging on the wall. 15, kind of like the one that ratchets. You found one?
Yes,
Okay, I'm not doing this tight. Thank you. It's good to have a variety of tools when you're doing this. This is actually working just fine. Okay, so things are, you know, for the most part, you know, it's lined up. Everything is going in correctly, which is nice. So we're gonna continue. Apparently, okay. So we're just gonna go corner to corner. Sort of want to do it in the star pattern, but since it's only 4 bolts here, basically crisscross. So that is good. And now we want to hop over to this side. I think today I just have time to do one side. I will do the other one at a later date, but I will be doing both of them. All right, Kevin, I have a question for you. Do you remember what's next after I put this nut in?
Whenever you install the nut, basically there's like only one side where you have to like have a pin and you need to hammer it in. Well, not the pin, but you're gonna need something that you're gonna need to hammer that down.
That's right.
I've done this type of stuff before.
You have.
Of course I did. My Chrysler Cruiser has the front wheel drive, so I had to remove the bearings. It's CBX, so I had to remove.
So apparently, can't really twist this. It's just down. I need my hammer drill. Then I would have, my hammer tool. I could have done this easily. Put it in there. But apparently it did not come with attachments for some reason.
I'll get you a screwdriver that you can use for.
'Cause I think this one is It's too small. Well, this is just too long. I could probably do it. Okay, anyways, we're not gonna do that right now. This should go just fine. Come here, Kevin. So what's next in the installation process?
You need to install
The
the
shield.
dust shield.
That's right. That shield goes like this.
I'll just hold the dust shield.
You don't have to get your hands dirty.
No, I'm fine. Got that halfway. I'll put in a T27. Where's the T27?
I have it right here.
I already tightened it. Just need to
Okay, see?
do it like that.
Oh, you already tightened that, okay. Guys, this is not an impact, this is just a ratchet. You don't want to really use an impact on this stuff. So the ratchet kind of helps you.
Keeps coming off.
Bring me the regular wrench.
Regular wrench.
Yeah. Well,
Ratchet.
ratchet, yeah. Yeah, that's works. Do that. Come on, just give me that. Perfect.
I was just taking
It's a short one, which is great. This is why I use short ones on these style, because you don't want to over tighten things. It's not gonna work. I'm wondering if T30 would even fit. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I was right the other time.
Well, maybe they had too much rust on them. They don't want to fit the first time. Okay, what's next?
Okay, now you need to install the rotor.
The rotor. That's right. Oh, the rotor.
First, you need to install this little thing right here.
That's how you install the rotor. I'll have to use brake cleaner again.
I'll give the brake cleaner. Alright, I got the brake cleaner and the paper towel. Alright, I'll just spray it over.
No. You don't put that much. That's just way too much. You're supposed to do it like in little sprays. Like this. And that's plenty. Right, that looks beautiful, doesn't it? Okay, next we gotta install the bracket for the brakes. Just this one here. Bracket has these metal inserts. Take the paper towel. I thought it came with brand new metal inserts, but I guess it doesn't. That's weird. Do you know where my other one is? The other metal insert?
No.
Should have been together with the old brakes. Caliper gets so stuck. Yeah, actually it did come with a new set, so we're good. Yep, exactly the same. Okay. Somebody tried to paint these silver. Maybe that was factory. I gotta get this brake caliper out of there. It's just stuck.
That's good.
So apparently, my disc brakes is pressing more on one cylinder than the other. It's a lot more pressed out. So that could explain why it's wearing sideways. Все, выключи камеру.
It's on.
So guys, I'm using a special tool that compresses the brake caliper. And for that to work really good, sometimes you have to wait. You know, if it's too much pressure, you just have to wait till it relieves pressure. So a good idea would be is to at least open up your open up that brake fluid thing. So now I just gotten this thing loose, and thought that's a spring, but it's just some kind of protector. It's bad to have this thing hanging like this. This is why I try to relieve some pressure by putting it on this metal thing that's sticking out of there. So now I gotta put this brake caliper bracket. Kevin, did you bring a ratchet?
A ratchet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the. It's in the right.
I guess I could use this.
Yeah, you should be able to.
I need a longer one, like a longer handle one.
Okay, I'll try to find one.
Well, just give me like the biggest one that's there.
All right.
Should be on my table. Yeah, that will
Probably
work.
use this.
Okay, that's good. curious to know if it's just one side that was making this noise. I think it's just one side.
Yeah, but I think you're gonna have to replace.
Well, I'll definitely have to do 2 of them.
Yeah, because you don't want to have one new and one old.
Exactly.
So,
This is why we have 2 new rotors. 2 of everything. This wasn't hard, was it?
yeah, it wasn't too hard. It was completely understandable.
If you would have to put this on a scale from 1 to 10, the hardest level, what would you say the level of the hardest is? What do you think?
What?
On a scale from 1 to 10, what is the hard level? What do you think?
Not sure.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So rate this on the scale from 1 to 10. What, you know?
Like the hardness.
Yeah, so like 1 would be the easiest and 10 would be the hardest.
Well, I would say it's like probably like I would give it like a 5 because it's not that hard to replace a bearing. But if you were to do that in a BMW, I mean, if you were to do something like on a BMW, I don't. Well, basically, it just depends on what vehicle it really is. Hey, Jude. So yeah,
Well, I'm
really.
saying like for this one, everything we just did on this vehicle.
Yeah,
Being
basically,
that it's a
I would say it's like
Range Rover.
I would say it's like a 5. It's not really that hard, you know. It's
Okay.
completely understandable.
That's what you think, right?
Yeah.
I'd have to agree.
Mhm.
It's about a 5.
Yeah, about a 5.
Okay, so gotta put the wheel back in.
Now, because that this has studs, it's really easy to actually.
Is the
place
camera
it.
on?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Yeah, having studs does help.
Yeah, otherwise just using bolts isn't very helpful.
It's very easy to screw these up. You want to always hand tighten when you're starting out. So let's see. We don't want to tighten it. do it. Okay, turn the camera. Now for the wheel shake. So the actual wheel is not shaking. I do feel very little play, but that could be tie rods, could be literally anything. But this should actually be pretty good. So now we're ready to clean up and get this video wrapped up. So guys, this is a system that we're using. We have a support, the 6-ton Daytona support. Right now it's slightly down. So that was our safety. We only have one side that's up. We're using a special Daytona 20-ton jack. This car did not have a jack, so that's what we're using. Okay, go ahead and pull out my, yep, that thing. Pull it out good.
Let's go.
And lower the vehicle.
What you do, guys, just stick that in. And then you do it like that. Okay. And then you do it like that.
And pull it out. It's not pulling out?
Yeah, it's not
Okay, the reason it's not pulling out is we got to raise the vehicle.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
So take a look at the difference of the rear that's raised and then the front. So this is because we were jacking it up and it leaked out all the air in the front. It actually started releasing all the air as I was lifting the vehicle. So we're gonna go ahead and start it up. And then we want to select, let's start raising. It's not gonna raise with the door being open. We also want to go ahead and put AC on. So I don't know if you could see it, but it is raising. So it's taking a second. Are you able to pull it out, buddy?
It's pretty good.
You got it out?
Hold on, I need to get the tools out.
I'm not driving out, but did you get the jack out? Gavin,
Yes.
the jack is out?
Jack is out.
Okay, perfect. That's all we wanted. So guys, here are some wrenches that I have that are just hanging here. Sorry with my lights being off, but I think we have plenty of lights. So anyways, I told you that I didn't have a 20. Turns out I don't have a 21 as well, and that vehicle actually needs a star 21. So you see I have like 18 and 17. I may have like a 19 somewhere, but you know, there's some of those over there. But yeah, so looks like I'm gonna have to buy a 21 inch wrench, but I did have the 21 inch socket, so that's so guys, this is what it looks like raised up. So everything's good. This is at the highest height. So when I come out and work on my vehicles, I have my mechanics table over here with mainly Icon tools, and then whatever else I need I supplement. And then I have like sort of like an organizing bin right here. It's gotten a little bit cluttered, but most of the stuff I do use the wood. I use those these regular type of jacks because I put a socket on them and it raises up like so quickly. So I do use them for other cars. As you can see, I have plenty of cars here. This is my little garage, and some of the cars that are waiting to be serviced, they're all my cars, so I'm not complaining. In case you need to know where your brake fluid is, it's right here. So everything's good and tight now. I'm gonna put this lid back on. Well guys, it's time for me to head home, take a shower and go to work. But before I go, I wanted to tell you something, guys. I was just thinking that the problem was like, well, at first I started thinking the problem's not fixed, but then I realized it's the air that's leaking out of the system. And I'm like, oh no, I fixed one thing and now we have the air leak. And then I remembered I raised the Range Rover to the full height, and when you start driving it, even like at slightly above normal speed, even like 20 miles an hour, it's gonna attempt to lose the air pressure to lower it. And I was like, why is it making that noise as I'm driving? Then I stopped completely. I'm like, wait a minute, it's still making that noise. And it was the air noise. It was leaking air. And I'm like, that's right. It's trying to lower itself. So then I selected normal height. noise went away and we were good. The reason I mention this to you guys is because you've probably done this type of repair and you're thinking, wait a minute, is my air suspension bad? But no, it's not bad. You raised it, now it's trying to get the air out on your drive, so you're all good. But anyways guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and please leave a like on this video, guys. This took a lot of effort for me to do. I think it has taken at least 3 hours to do this type of process together with the video, all in all, maybe longer. But just for the effort, please hit a like, subscribe to the channel, guys. What I'm trying to do is help you guys fixing your Range Rovers and what have you. Yeah, thank you guys, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.